All right, guys, I've got another part here in my Super Duty side mirror replacement saga. A company called Burco makes these glass replacement parts with the heat grid on there. And this was only $25. So if you're replacing your side mirror, which is over here, oh, sorry, I didn't clean off the lens. Right here, it's broken, clearly. So this, in this model, pops off. Now you got to be careful. Obviously, you got to get these little defroster connections off, and then clean up the mess here. So this is glued on, and because you just get the glass, I've got to figure out the best way to get this stuff off of here. And I don't have a tripod or anything, so, but it's flexible. So I'm gonna have to peel this stuff off and do some scraping, cleaning. And then these double-sided sticky pads will go on the prescribed location. We'll put the mirror back together and pop it back in. I guess if you want to struggle along with me, I could see if I could set this somewhere where it would be easy to view. Let's see if I turn this around. Is that something? All right. So I did an actual review on this Purdy scrape tool, which I sharpened. These are really sharp now. I mean, not shaver sharp, but they're sharp enough to cut cardboard and whatnot. I'm wondering if that wouldn't work. I'm gonna put some safety glasses on. You can call me a safety Sally, but I have spent an afternoon in the hospital having stuff taken out of my eye one time, and that was one of the times when I actually learned my lesson. So this stuff, this adhesive is pretty significant. I wonder if I can do it this way. So I'm right now put the glass face down, and I'm running the blade on the back side through this hole. Just see how I'm doing this. And I have never done this before, so oh, look at that. I suppose I want to be careful with my freshly sharpened Purdy paint scrape tool. I don't want to wreck this bezel. So, ouch. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, see? That's how sharp my scraper tool is, you know, when I was a kid, hanging around with my buddies, we used to throw knives across the... look at that. Look at that. Guys, I learned something. This doesn't have any double-sided sticky tape on it. It is tucked in there with the bezel. Like an iPhone screen, iPhone protector or whatever. Cell phone protector. All right, well, here's the new mirror. Fits in like so. Man. I think I should put a sticky thing on there. I'm almost thinking if I put a sticky thing on there, it would affect how it's seated in the bezel. Yeah, look how tight that fits. That fits perfect. Oh, it's snapped in there. So the space right here, okay, that's not as thick as no, I think I might do is just hit it with a little bit of silicone. Oh, let's see. I've got some high temp. There we go. I got a little high temp silicone. I think I'm just going to use it as an adhesive. I'm not going to do anything if I don't cut this. Yeah, see? My scraper tool. Can cut thumbs. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take some high temp silicone and I'm going to just line this like this and use it as a bit of an adhesive. So it's not inclined to fall out. I don't think it will. It seemed to kind of snap in there, but it's nice to have a little bit more insurance. Okay, so there it is. Just line that in there. And there's like this. So here's the old one. And now we're gonna go pop that back in there. So these 4 guides slide into those areas there, and then the shape of this has a couple tabs on it, and obviously you want to make sure to put your connection back on for your heating device. But I'm not going to do this while holding my camera because I'm afraid I'll drop it. All right, so here I go. I'm gonna put these connections on first. All right. And let's slide this back in place. Before you go and put your new mirror on, you want to make sure that after all the work that you've done, I don't know how far you've gotten into this, but in my other parts of the video, I actually have this whole thing disassembled. Before you put your glass back on, you want to make certain that your remote still works. So if your remote doesn't work, you might have a motor issue or a connection issue. You want to address that. And anyway, so there it is. It's on. And my formerly destroyed mirror has been repaired. Total cost depends on whether you can find a broken one in the junkyard that has some pieces on it that you need and you can scavenge. But my other videos show you the difference between an older Super Duty mirror and this one. And the older Super Duty mirrors, these were glass. This does pop off. This will literally, you can pry this and it'll pop off. But in the older ones, you cannot. They're glued and screwed. It's a disaster. As soon as you start prying on it, this was glass, it breaks. This is plastic. This does pop off, which I showed you earlier. Obviously, you don't want to do that unless it's broken because you can flex it anyway. This pops off, and changing these bulbs, I didn't go into it, but there's a way to. I can put another video together. I think there's another video out there that shows a super easy way to do this. You just slide something in, and there's a tong back there, and it bends off, and then this thing actually falls off in your hand. So don't pry on this. You get it by shoving something really slender through here or here. Oh no, there it is. It's in here. Yeah, see that silver? You get at that with a flat blade screwdriver, and it will causes this to fall away. So, all right, hey, thanks. That's the final. For my next trick, I'm gonna try to figure out why my backup camera is not working.